Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of my newest podcast, Fire. I am your host, IgnitedIsak, but for namesakes, you guys can just call me Effie for short. All right, so this is our first episode of Fire, and I'm excited. I thought I would pre record this first, just so I can get some stuff out of the way. Like, first, this episode's just basically going to be getting to know me personally, and then we can just talk. How was your guys' day? I hope it was good. Mine was pretty alright. In the beginning, I actually woke up in a really good mood, and I woke up pretty early too. Then it kind of sucked a little bit because we just suddenly decided to have an ant attack in my kitchen. I'm not kidding. Someone left the pizza box out in the kitchen counter. There's like one pizza left, and there was like a shitload of ants all over it, and it was so gross to look at. But I had to clean that up, and it was not pretty. It was pretty bad. But after I cleaned the ants, my day was like, okay, fine, it's cool. So I want you guys to go in the comments below and see if you can name one good thing that happened to you today and one bad thing that happened to you today. I'll start because why not? So, one good thing that happened to me today was I got paid. I got money in my bank. Yeah. And one bad thing that happened today is that when I went to Starbucks to go sit with my sister while she was doing homework, I left my book at home. So, I got stuck with nothing just but a phone for 2 hours, and I had my headphones, but I have like those Beats wireless headphones, and they were on low battery. I mean, surprisingly though, that they actually lasted like an hour being on low batteries. So I just mostly sat down watching TikToks, listening to an Audible, and I got this pumpkin spice latte. Have you guys actually had pumpkin spice lattes at Starbucks? They're actually not bad, but I can't tell if I like the cold one or the hot one better. I just can't. They're both. Technically they are the same, but I don't know. They just sometimes I'm in the mood for cold, sometimes I'm in the mood for hot. It rained so badly yesterday. I felt like I wanted a hot drink, and I don't regret it. But now that I think about it, I kind of want a cold one right now. And it rained so badly yesterday. It was like a hurricane yesterday, and it just came down. Like you could feel the vibration, and you could hear the wind, and then you could just see how hard and much of an impact the rain had just hitting the windows and stuff. It was crazy. And it didn't help that I wasn't home for most of the day, and my dogs were just outside the whole time. My grandparents, they don't really like to take care of animals. They don't really like animals that much, because all they do is eat and shit and bark or whatever animal that you've got. They shed everywhere, that kind of thing. So they're not really nice to animals that much. But they seemed all right. And when I came back home, it was like 8 p.m. My dogs were kind of wet, but I took care of them. I dried them off. I gave them some their treats. They were chilling. They were all right. It's not like they didn't eat, but they were just outside for more than 5 hours, so it kind of like sucked. And it rained all those 5 hours. We even had 3 alert systems go off that have flash flood warnings, and it was crazy. So, but I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I am so different from my family. I enjoy the rain, the wind, the cold, the snow, the avalanches, the hurricanes, the tornadoes. I love it all. And then my family over on the other side likes heat and sun and being able to wear shorts. I can't with that. I am such a cold freak. I have to have the window open at night. I have to have the fan on at night. I cannot sit in heat. I get hot so easily. It's ridiculous. And I don't know, are you guys a cold people or are you guys hot people? Personally, I'm a cold person. So as I said earlier, I saw that since it rained yesterday, it also snowed on the mountains. And I need to figure out how I'm gonna go there. And I just realized my plant is close to dying. I need to get some water and revive my baby. Yes, I have a plant. His name is Carl. He's pretty small. And if you guys want to see a picture of him, let me know. I can pull up a picture of him on the community tab. So sit back. And I've just kind of been rambling this entire time. And I just said sit back. What am I saying? So, and enough about Carl over there. This is not about you. This is about me. So those of you guys who don't know, like I said earlier, my name is Effie. I am a content creator, a writer, now podcaster, and I create a lot of films, TV episodes, and stuff like that on YouTube. If you guys, don't know me, you can check out some of my videos down below. Most of the content that you see on here is all made by me. And lately the content that has been coming up isn't made by me. So you see, a couple months ago I posted this video that said last exit, and it was basically my way of saying goodbye. Like, I needed to take a break, I needed to go, I don't know how long I'm gonna be. And I did take a while. I took like a 4-month break. See, I was in my paramedic class, and I wanted to stay focused on that class, and plus I was like dealing with a lot, emotionally, mentally. I was struggling a little bit with my mental health. I'm seeing a therapist, and it's kind of been back and forth with me with my bad days and good days, but I'm doing okay. I can honestly say that I'm doing a lot better than I was 5 months ago. Now it's November. It's crazy. We're in the holiday seasons, guys. This is so insane. My mind is still like way back in April. Like, I don't even remember what I was doing in April, but my mind's in there. And it's like seeing all this rain. It's like, oh, it's gonna rain? Oh my God. And then I remember it's November. Oh my God. So, if you live in the USA, Thanksgiving's coming up. My family with Thanksgiving is, oh my God, I cannot. The food's good, don't get me wrong, but I cannot eat in front of people. I just can't. So Thanksgiving is going to be interesting for me this year. This is my first Thanksgiving at my aunt's house, and my aunt is very judgy. So when she sees me, being the picky person that I am, she's going to be like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And it's going to be so stressful, like, ugh. But I am pretty sure people really do like Thanksgiving. Like, what do people really like about Thanksgiving other than food, really? It's, from my experience, mostly Thanksgiving is a lot of family mama drama. Not mama drama, but just drama in general. I just like to say that for some reason. But back to what I was saying earlier, after I said I see my therapist and stuff, I honestly can say, yeah, I am doing really, really well. I'm just vibing, I've been wanting to do a podcast for so long, and I'm finally doing it now, and it feels good because I like to talk. I really do. I like to talk about things that happened, like how I feel, and this podcast is just basically, what's going on with me, stuff I want to talk about, stuff I want to get off my chest, how I feel, my perspective, my point of views, and if I get anything wrong or say the wrong thing, I do that because I get nervous. I get tongue-tied too, especially when I'm reading something. I get very tongue-tied and I lose my train of thought. I lose track of what I'm talking about. So please don't mind me. Just let me take my time. Give me some time. I'll figure it out what I was gonna say. And if I get any information wrong or need to get corrected, or or you want to share your point of view on a certain subject that I talked about, feel free to in the comments below. Like, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions and your perspectives, your experiences with stuff that I talk about, and I won't lie, there will be times where I might talk about some difficult subjects, such as mental health, eating disorders, suicide, and the podcast won't always be all of that, though. I'm just warning you that there will be some times where I need to talk about, stuff that I've experienced and how I felt, and how I'm overcoming it, because I still am struggling a lot with my mental health. It's a process, and that's why we're here. This podcast, I want to be a very safe environment. You are welcome to DM me on Discord. It'll be in the description below. You can DM me on Instagram if you want to talk or get something off your chest, or something you'd like me to mention in the next episode of the podcast. I wouldn't mind. And if I'm just here to create a safe, loving environment. Everybody is accepted, everybody is entitled to their opinions, but I also want you guys to remember, this is my podcast. So don't get butthurt if I choose not to talk about something, or if, you know, you feel a little bit differently about something and you can't seem to change my mind. My mind's not easily changed usually, but I'm not saying it's impossible, but it can happen. um, but like I said, you guys can feel free to DM me, write in the comments, whatever you guys feel comfortable with talking about. But that's not all this podcast will be about. I won't mind talking about some of my experiences as being a writer, content creator, editor, voice actor even, you know, how I do the things that I do. If you guys have any questions about those, you can also ask me in DMs or on I said Roblox. I mean, in the comments below on YouTube, or on Instagram at Swinner Productions Official, or on Twitter, Mystic Murai. You can at me. I'll put all my socials in the description below. You can just send me requests or questions that I can happily answer in the next podcast. Most of the questions that you guys ask me, I may not respond directly on the app or wherever you PM'd me. It's likely that if I don't respond, I just read it, or I don't respond to it, I might be putting it in the next episode of the podcast. So you might have to let me know if you don't want something to be on the podcast. Or I won't mention any names. I'm not going to mention any locations or names or any of that jazz. I'm just going to answer the question that I was asked on the podcast, because that's my way of getting you guys to watch the podcast if you want. So, but I'd like to talk about how I got started with this whole YouTube animation stuff. So I remember how I started this channel back then. I think under the name I was under Nikki Entertainment, and I was mostly just doing reinforcements at the time. Those of you who don't know, Code Lyoko Reinforcements was my very first series that I did, I think in 2016? I think so. Hold on, I'm going to take a sip of my tea. I've been talking a lot. Take a sip of what you got. If you got any tea, got any water, got a soda, but keep that burp in. No, what am I saying? Better out than in is what my friends used to say. But I love my herbal tea. I don't know. I have like bought this water bottle and I use it like every day to put tea in there, and that's all I drink now. And it has helped. It's made me lose my appetite a lot. That sounds bad, but to me that's pretty good. You know, makes me lose my appetite a lot. Helps me think clearly. I don't know. It's weird to say that tea does stuff like that, but to me it feels like it does. So I'm just gonna blame the tea. Tea, you're making me good. Okay. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. But oh yeah, reinforcements. So yeah, those of you who don't know, Reinforcements was my first series that I ever did on this channel. It wasn't my first series I've ever done though. I've had some channels in the past, but none of the projects I've ever done really turned out well. I think my longest running Code Lyoko show was probably Code Lyoko Relight, which had 3 seasons in total. And my RPG cast may remember, but I don't. I honestly don't remember much of the things that I do. I'm not very good at remembering, but my OG cast seems to know everything that I know. All my friends that I used to RPG with, they know all the things that we used to do. I remember funny moments playing role-playing on Roblox. It's weird because I can't even watch RPGs anymore. I mean, sometimes I'll pull it on and I'll just be like, oh yeah, but I usually skip through it. I can never sit down and watch any episodes. Does anybody else have that effect, or is that just me? Because I swear to God, I cannot watch any of the original RPGs that I used to make anymore. I just can't. And the sad part is, Reinforcements has like 6 seasons of that shit, and 1 full season of animation and voice acting. Shout out to Replicated Becca, Amazing Spider-Man, Dario, Maria, and all my fantastic voice actors who voiced in Reinforcements animation series. I love you guys. Miss you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. But like I said, like, Reinforcements has 6 seasons of that shit. Like, I can't rewatch all 6 seasons. But how I got started mostly was just I had some shady stuff happen prior to the channel, and I kind of just, I guess I needed a new start, and me and my buddies thought, you know, a way to cheer all each other up was, you know, just make a YouTube channel for fun. So you might notice in earlier times we worked on Code Lyoko Reinforcements that there are some very weird episodes with weird stuff on it, and it's like, that's just because we didn't think Reinforcements would get so popular. I can't even check the views now, but it's not higher than 100. I don't think. I'm not sure, but I just remember it blowing up, and it was like, whoa, people actually like the show. And I remember messaging my buddies about it, and they were like, okay, let's just make this into a series. And so we did. And over time, the cast kept growing. Our friendships kept coming in, and then eventually, a Discord came along, and it was so much easier to contact each other. We created communities, and for the cast and the fans to interact with each other, and people can tell us what they want to see next, or we could just talk to them, answer some questions, and all that fun stuff. It was really nice. I remember also doing Little Nightmares stop motion series back then. Little Nightmares Escape of the Mall. I have a voice crack, leave me alone. I'm a little sick. I remember doing Little Nightmares Escape of the Mall, and it was like really time consuming. And I think the reason why I stopped doing that was because I finished the second chapter. Oh my god, my friend somebody I know will remember this. I can't say friend because I don't want to talk about it right now. But someone I know would know this story. I was working on Little Nightmares chapter 2, and chapter 2, 3, and 4, and you guys see those on the channel. And then I had worked on chapter 5 and chapter 2 of the first stop motion series. I finished both of them, because at that point Little Nightmares had 2 reboots, but I wanted to finish the first reboot, and I wanted to finish the second reboot. So I finished them, and I was waiting for them to finish, and my computer decided to do a blue screen on me, and I lost it. My laptop broke. I was so pissed off. Thinking about it now, I was like, oh my fucking god, I worked so fucking hard, and I lost all the footage. I didn't save any of the screenshots. I didn't save anything. I mean, I saved I sent people a few screenshots of stuff, but I never saved the footage. That was what it was for. I was so pissed off. I vowed I'm not doing Little Nightmares no more. And then 2 years later, I come up with Little Nightmares story mode, which people do appreciate. At that point, Reinforcements was in its almost 7th season. Yeah, we were about to hit the 7th season. And I think people will recall that I posted a video of the Maw, if you guys even know what Little Nightmares is. But the Maw is basically the thing that's on top of the water. It's like a lighthouse looking thing. If you look in the channel, you'll see it's Little Nightmares Escape. I was going to create a video game based on it, and I did work on it. It's not up right now, but I can link it in the description if you guys want, or not in the description, because just let me know when this is live. Right now I want you guys to go to the live chat and let me know if you want me to link the Little Nightmares game that I worked on, but it's not finished. It's far from finished. If you guys want to see it, I did work on it, and it was pretty well. It was well made, but Roblox these days be breaking scripts, so I don't even know how function it is right now. But I might fix it up so you guys can just walk around and check it out. But I remember I posted about it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm just gonna bring it back," and I did. And I really was I was focusing on my other projects like Monster House the series and Reinforcements season 7 and the movie. I didn't have time for Little Nightmares, so I gave it to my buddy, Bob. You guys know Bob. He is now our co-creator of Spooner Productions. He is doing some projects as we speak right now. He is working on Code Lyoko virtualization, as you guys know. I see a lot of people really excited about Code Lyoko virtualization. And I'm at that point where I'm just so done with Code Lyoko, I'm not gonna lie. I've done Code Lyoko for more than 7 years, and for me, it's time to hit the fan. It's time to go. It's time to do something else. But everybody seems to like Code Lyoko content on this channel, which is fine, and it's acceptable. So you guys might as well just, you guys seem to like it. So I can't say I know any information about Code Lyoko virtualization. I have seen some of the scripts. I know where it's going, and I am the one who's going to be in charge of the voice cast. So keep an eye out for casting, everybody. But I can't give out any information that I know just yet. But when I do figure out some more information, I'll happily let you guys know, because I know you guys are very excited. And I know you guys also saw recently that the Alyssa Universe series was announced for next year. I was pitched an idea for doing a total drama series as well. As you guys saw, you guys have seen the recent posts that I had an obsession with wanting to make a total drama series one time. and I got pitched back that idea by one of my best mates, Taya. She was like, you wanna? She sent me the Total Drama Pocket Tail Island trailer, and I was like, ooh, that would be cool. So I spent a night that was like 2 hours making a couple trailers and promos with some voice acting in there too, to meet the characters, see the island, the intro, the promos. You guys seen it on the channel. I had fun. I went a little bit too crazy though. The opening, not the opening, the logo had couple changes, and I don't know. I liked the idea of doing a total drama series, but at the same time, I'm still in my like on a break phase, but I want to do a podcast. So all those ideas can just stay in the idea box. And then I believe everybody else, like Ryan, Bob, Taya, they're all working on the other projects, such as Skins, this winter, Little Nightmares is also coming back, Code Lyrical Reinforcements, the winter the winter short film. So there's coming a short film on Skins, a short film on Little Nightmares, and a short film on Code Lyrical Reinforcements. So there's a bunch of short films coming out, and then there's a movie this winter, which you guys have seen before in the past, which involves the Heartstopper characters. If you guys have watched Heartstopper on Netflix, I totally would recommend you guys see it if you haven't. It has the characters Tori Spring as the main character, Charlie Spring also a main character, and Oliver Spring, which is a main character. And it's basically just about their time being at home, dealing with some stuff. And I was pitched that idea quite a while ago, actually. After Heartstopper came out, it was like, oh, I gotta touch on this subject, especially since it's very relatively new. But lately, the Heartstopper cast is very under fire right now, especially with what happened to Kit Connor. If you guys haven't been paying attention to some of the social media stuff, on Twitter, Kit Connor was outed as bisexual, and I can't help but think that he's 18 years old. He's like a year younger than me. If you guys don't know, I'm 19 years old. I'm about to turn 20 in less than 3 months. And he's so young, and it's so sad that he got outed like that on Twitter. Especially Twitter has always been a dangerous place, but he got outed because people accused him of queer baiting. And I think people have such weird definitions of what queer baiting exactly is. I mean, I get it, we're all kind of like, we should definitely have a cast to play the characters that that they are. Like, we should have a actual bisexual being play a bisexual role. I get that. We should have a diverse cast. We should have a real trans actor play a trans character. But Kit Connor played a bisexual character, and then after the Heartstopper show came out, he came out as undecided, which you can respect. He's young. He was 17 when he was filming the show. But I think people just missed the whole point of Heartstopper, which was Nick Nelson's character had to find his way of coming out. He had to take his time, he had to figure things out, and he wasn't a dick to Charlie for most of the time. If you guys don't know Heartstopper, you guys probably won't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I'm just talking about some news that just went down about this winter. So this winter is indeed coming back. I need a sip of my drink. Oh. So yeah, keep an eye out for all of those projects. I am not very involved with many of them, although in the descriptions, most of them say that I am involved. They just do that because everything has to go by me. I am mostly a person who's like, go for it if you want, or I approve everything that my friends pull up at this point, but I always let them know to don't pull up something unless you've got, hey baby, my dog is right next to me. Don't pitch something if you don't have any footage, trailers, and stuff like that. Like, I get you don't have voice actors and stuff. Everybody looks to me for that, and I'm really good at finding voice actors, so I might as well, be in charge of that. But don't pitch anything to me unless you're actually legit serious, because there is this curse that runs around when you're making projects. It's like you want to do the project, but your mental health can get in the way, other ideas get in the way, especially people like me. I get very distracted easily. You guys already know. I mean, 5 months ago there was supposed to be a Code Lyoko United versus not Code Lyoko, Code Lyoko United versus Reboot the Guardian Code movie. And I did work on that. I worked on a good load version of that. I even got voice casting. I even had animations done for it. And it just never got finished. I still have the footage. I just didn't finish it. Maybe I'll pitch back to it, but I can't make any promises, to be honest. And same goes for the Code Lyoko United series that I promised I would bring back. A lot has happened in the past few months. That prior to before I left, a lot happened. So it was just like I can't bring myself to truly do them right now. At least I can always try to bring them back as best as I can, but I can't make at this point in time. I cannot make any promises on bringing it back United. But it would be nice to see them, see the show continue. But even if not, you guys still have Code Lyoko Virtualization coming up. I know that's officially being finished up. Yeah, it's only gonna have 10 episodes though, so definitely cheer it on. If you guys want a season 2 of it, you guys better pull your weight on the last episode, because my mates and I are not very keen on doing second seasons of anything, barely second episodes of stuff. The Future Diary short film that came out, I pitched to you guys if you want a Future Diary episode 2, and not many of you wanted to see that. I put in the description, if you guys want to see a Future Diary episode 2, you would put hashtag Future Friday 2 or hashtag Future Diary 2, and not many of you did it. So, that sends a message like, okay, it was cool. And surprisingly, I'm surprised that nobody really wanted to see it, because it's the first, Future Diary is the first film in our entire community to be featured voice acting and mouth movements at the same time. That's bizarre. And for this winter, as far as I know, this winter is supposed to have that too, but now that my mates are in charge, they're not very keen on doing mouth movements. I'm the only one who really knows how to do proper mouth movements, so not quite sure. Breathe. My dog's like checking herself out. You okay, sweetie? Hi, baby. I'm gonna let her lay down right there. Yeah, like I said, this winter's supposed to have mouth movements, but I can't be 100% sure. If it doesn't, it won't be too bad. But we have some pretty good voice actors. We've got Pandora Beatrix voicing Tori Spring, and we got Aaron Ralph who's voicing Charlie Spring. That's all I'm gonna say for now. You guys can look at the cast, because I can't remember all their names. But yeah, those are just some stuff about the projects and how I got started. If you guys are thinking about ever starting a YouTube channel and wanting to make content like mine, animations, even if it's not on Roblox, totally do it. Just do it. Fuck it. Don't make promises you can't keep. And if you're gonna make a series, you might as well do it first, then release trailers and promos and all that stuff. Because if you promise a show and you have zero work on it, no script, no voice actors, no footage, even filmed, animations, all that junk, I wouldn't recommend it. Not yet, at least. I mean, it's cool. Like, what I'd usually do is I create posters. I like to make posters and cute little promos, but I always mention in the descriptions or in the titles, not real projects, just pitching ideas or what's the word I'm looking for? Concepts. That's it. Concepts. And concepts always change. As Code Lyoko Virtualization used to be a show called Apex the Cyber Guardians, and you guys can go to the community tab and scroll down and you'll see Apex the Cyber Guardians series poster that was created. It was going to be based on Reboot the Guardian Code. It was supposed to replace Code Lyoko United, but let's be honest, nothing could really replace Code Lyoko United. Wow, it's been 29 minutes since I've been doing this. That's crazy. I vowed to only do this for 40 minutes every episode, so we've still got some time. So, bathroom breaks, people. Sit down, relax, go drink some water. That's some good tea. Go use the bathroom, get a drink. I don't know, go pet your dog, fart. I don't know. I don't know what people do these days. Come on. Oh, my dog is asleep underneath the chair. She's cute. But, it's nice that I get to finally do this. I wasn't really too keen on doing this at first, but I've said a lot, and here's the funny part. I'm probably not, when I post this, I'm probably not going to edit it as much. My ideal, I wanted to, as making a podcast, is leaving nothing out, which means not many edits. It's just going to be, right now, a picture of fire, or a video should be of fire, the title of this podcast, and just my voice in the background. I don't want any edits. I don't want any changes. If I edit, it's probably for a very good reason. Like, I got walked into and someone's talking to me. My dog needs help. Gotta be an emergency, something like that. But I just want it to be real. I don't want it to be like you're talking to me. I am trying to figure out if I want to ever go live. Maybe I will go live for one of the podcast episodes, but it's very risky. My house can be very loud, and it has to be in the middle of the night. And I just dropped something. It can be risky. It may not last long. Most episodes of the podcast are supposed to be 40 minutes long, but knowing my life right now, nothing's ever quiet. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to write in the comments. Questions about me you want to know, or questions about the projects, or anything you want, really. Like I said earlier, you guys can just talk to me. All of the socials will be in the description below. I tend to repeat myself, as you guys can probably tell, but I can't really think of more things about me, to be honest. I like being asked questions. It really creates an open book and open space for me. So I don't know how people feel about my voice. I think people recognize my voice. I used to voice Tyler in Reinforcements. I used to voice I almost said Eli. I voiced Isak in Monster House, the series. I voiced Levi in the Future Diary short film. And I know I said I am still like in the pause phase, but I'm still open to voice acting. Voice acting is so fun for me, especially since now I got a quality mic and a good computer now. I'm just vibing along with voice acting. And as far as I know, I'm not voice acting in the virtualization series yet. Not that I know, at least. I didn't really. Ooh, excuse me. I had to let that out. Better out than in, they always say. I'm not voicing in the virtualization series, though. As far as I know, I haven't been asked, so I'm assuming that they want some new, authentic voice actors, not ones that have already been used on the channel. We've had some pretty good voice actors that never really got to have their time shine. If you guys recall from the Roblox Guardian Code series, we still got two voices that were never really used to shine. I will not mention their names right now, but don't worry. I'm pretty sure my best friends have some roles for them to come play here and there. If I had any advice on voice acting, I'd probably say make sure you have a quality mic and good editing. Even if you don't have like a good, if you have a mic that makes like noise in the background, you need to know how to take out that noise. I know how to take out the noise in my background, but like I said earlier, I'm trying not to do many edits on this podcast. You hear barking, sorry. You hear chewing, but like I want my podcast to be real, and I want you guys to be with me without being with me, and I would just recommend getting a quality mic. I don't remember how much my mic cost, but it was actually pretty cheap. I got it for a really good deal on Amazon. It's called Nawang. I said I'll put it in the description on where I got this from. But it was pretty cheap. It's probably not cheap now. Like I said, I got a deal on it. It was pretty cool. And I hooked it up to my computer. I got my computer fixed. I've had this HP for quite a long while, and I just maybe a year ago, I had this computer completely reset to like factory settings as brand new. So now there's no viruses, there's no lag. I only have Roblox and Minecraft, Steam on here, and I'm just vibing. I like Roblox Studios. Been a breeze for me lately. So, yeah, we're on the 34-minute mark. All right. So, I guess this would be like a closing, supposedly. I because I tend to ramble a lot. If you guys haven't noticed, I ramble and go off topic way too much. Like, I don't mean to, but I do. I'm a talker. My friends would know this. Everybody who knows me would know that I'm just a rambler. And sometimes I go completely off track of what I'm talking about. And like, oh, I just bought, oh my god, my flower. I got this flower from the 99-cent store. It's like a eye sticking out of the flower. It's fake, but it's a plant. What do you call it? A pot that has like pretend dirt in it, and a stick plant with the flower sticking out, and has like an eyeball in the middle of where the flower is supposed to be, and it looks so boss as hell. See, I just did it, and that's an example. I was literally just talking about spacing out, and all of a sudden I spaced out, and Tar's talking about that, but I didn't do that on purpose. I'm being so serious. Like I said, this is more like a closing. I just like really appreciate you guys and your support in this podcast. I really hope that my experience, my talking, will allow you to have some kind of feeling of safety. Like, you can come to me, tell me, talk to me, or just hear about me, my struggles, about mental health, about my day, my life. I want to share what I'm comfortable sharing with you guys. But like I said, I want this to be real. So a lot of the stuff I will say will be uncomfortable for some people, but that's why we're doing this. We want to be able to tell stories, and let's eventually just give out the message that everything is going to be okay. Everything does work itself out in the end. I've come to trust that. Truly, it took me a really long time to trust that things can get better. And honestly, things can get better. Failure is inevitable for some people, and people just take it better than others. I don't really take failure that well. I don't take loss very well. I don't take anger very well. I do have a temper sometimes. I don't easily get angry, but when I am, I tend to be very stupid and do stupid things. Anybody who knows me knows my temper, and it's never pretty when it happens. But I truly do appreciate it when people who've seen that side of me come out and they're like, I understand you're dealing with this. I'm gonna give you some space. I'm gonna let you relax. They put your thoughts together so you don't do things that are stupid, because I do stupid things, but that's why I chose to do therapy, why I chose to go to the gym as an outlet. I chose to start dancing. I figured out my career, focusing on school. There's so many things that you can do if you're willing to get up out of bed, force yourself out of bed, force yourself to brush your teeth, force yourself to shower. I don't know why. It's weird to say that. So you have to force yourself to brush your teeth and force yourself to shower. You really do. Because depression doesn't care. Depression will literally make you stay in bed. Will make you forget to brush your teeth in the day. It'll make you forget to shower. It just happens. It is gross. I won't. It is. But we shouldn't shame, because it's part of life. Things happen. You don't know everybody's story, but it's a process. I always say the hardest thing to do in my entire life is to ever get out of bed. I have the most comfortable bed, in my opinion, ever, and I will never, ever, ever, ever have any sleepovers where I'm sleeping at somebody else's house, unless I really, really have to, but nothing ever compares to my bed. My bed is my safe haven. It's my place. I love to sit there and just read, write, lay down. I fall asleep like a snap. I go right to bed, and I love it. So it's just important. Sometimes I have to force myself to get up and brush my teeth and take a shower, go to the gym. Well, first I brush my teeth, then go to the gym, and then take a shower, because there have been times where I've taken a shower and decided to go to the gym, and then I have to shower again. I don't mind showering twice or 3 times a day. Sometimes I do that 3 times a day, because sometimes I feel so dirty. And it's like in the morning, as soon as I brush my teeth, I take a shower, and then I brush my teeth, and then I come back at like 1 o'clock, and I'm like, I need to shower. I don't feel good. I feel like sick. I want to shower. And I just stay in there for a good hour and relax. And then I go back out and do what I gotta do. And then I come back at, say, like 8 or 9, maybe later, depending on my work schedule. Sometimes I've come back. One time I came back at 6 a.m. It was pretty bad. I came back and I showered, and I just like to shower, man. It's nice. It feels good. It's relaxing. It's not as relaxing as my bed, but yeah. We've hit the 40-minute mark. Okay, so this is where the podcast is going to end. I hope you guys tune into the next episode of Fire. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and DM me in the socials down below or in the description. I mean, not description, comments, whatever you guys want, okay? Get to know me. My name is Effie. I'm going to be signing out. I love you guys. Stay safe. Be happy because you look good with a smile. Anyway, see you guys later, all right? Peace.